Now, let's hear from former Black Stars head coach K.Akonnor. He's been speaking on Prime Take, and he's been speaking about most of the things that he went through as head coach of the senior national team. According to him, there were certain players he was never going to give a call-up to if he was maintained as the head coach of the technical team. One of them is Emmanuel Lomote, believed to be the player of the president of the Ghana Football Association, K.Akonnor.
You see, a lot of people would talk because they are outside. They don't know what was going on. You know, there were players who couldn't have come. There were players who were available. They had come previous matches. They didn't do well. Maybe there was an opportunity for me to, if I've had a full squad, I wouldn't invite them again. You know, players like Lomote, for instance. Lomote, it got to it. I wasn't happy with it, so I was not going to invite him.
But why was he always a mainstay in the team?
No, he wasn't. It was because, like I told you, the situation. If you are going to use a player who had had a chance of playing, and somebody who have not had any experience at all, who will you pick?
But you told us you had a pool of 40 players, so it means that you could.
No, a pool of 40 players. I'm saying the 40 players which I had, maybe 20 players were out. Well, at that time I had them, but when it got to the time to invite the players, I couldn't get them. That was what was happening. You know, there was a time we even invited Fatah, is it Fatah, the goalkeeper?
Yeah, Fatah Dauda.
Yeah, Fatah Dauda.
Yes.
He was not part of that, but something happened. Immediately, I couldn't speak, bring it out. Something happened with the goalkeepers.
What happened?
So somebody one of them had COVID.
Oh, okay.
And we couldn't take him along. So and it was the day, I think the day or a day or two before we left. Yeah. You can't invite, the time of inviting a player
to fly.
It's out. You have to do something immediately. You understand me? So it was always challenging, always challenging. I can understand the argument of certain people.
Yes.
You know, I could also understand those who didn't like me as a coach. At that time, they favored other people. But you see, we must be patient. We must be patient.
Did they impose players on you? Did the GFA impose players on you?
Well, this is everywhere. We've already discussed it. It's everywhere. There were players, you know, everybody has, if I ask you to choose players, then even you choose players that I don't want.
But there's a possibility that we can also choose players and the difference might just be one or two players.
I agree.
Yes.
You know, so there was this situation, but I had to make a final.
You had the final say on the squad that was being selected.
It was always a situation where it was challenging, very, very challenging. And I know why you're asking that.
Yes.
Yeah. It was always challenging. There was always a problem in that aspect.
In that aspect, because I can recall personally reporting some of these stories and. This one, I'm speaking as a witness because two players, I reported that story that you
and I was told I was doing it with you. Anything that happened.
Oh, we were told that?
Yeah, anything happened negative concerning the team, it's me.
Who accused you of doing that with me?
The management, they were always accusing me of that. I was the one doing it. And the day, you know, there was once. Hey, let me even talk, it's okay. We had a press conference. I didn't know it was you because when you brought that story out, and I saw the name, so when we were going to ask the question, you mentioned your name, and I said, so it's you. You know, I said, so it's you. I don't know how you got that many, but the story was true. What you said was true. These two names were part of the squad. They were out.
So who removed them?
I won't be able to. I won't tell you.